All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today, is dealing with, the appreciation of the miracle, okay? Because it's a miracle for us to be awakened, to who we are and to understand who our powers are, okay? And to have understanding in the doctrine, the correct doctrine, and prophecy, all these things are miracle. This is a spiritual healing, that we've been blessed with in the latter days, and only, a few, that know that they're Israelites are going to have a true appreciation, for, all right, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Oh, Salaki. Now, get the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 11. All right, and it says, and it came to pass, as he went to Jerusalem, that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered into a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off, and they lifted up their voices and said, Yahweh Shai, Master, have mercy on us. And he went, it says, and when he saw them, he said unto them, go show yourselves unto the priest. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. So as Yahweh Shai commanded them to go unto the priest, okay, all right, because there was, ancient customs, within, the law, lepers, have to go to the priest, okay, to be purified, all right. But as they was walking, they be walking towards the priest, they began, all right, to be cleansed, okay. They began to be healed, okay. It says, and one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and with a loud voice glorified the Most High and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan, which was be considered, an Israelite foreigner. He wasn't of, the circumcision. Okay. So Yahweh Shai, all right, this man, this Samaritan, this Israelite foreigner, as he's being healed, okay, what does he do? He comes back to thank Yahweh Shai for the healing. Okay, and it was also showing that Yahweh Shai had authority over the priest, and this, all right, Israelite foreigner, this Samaritan, he had the mind state, he had the mindset, okay, he had the awareness to be like, this healing is coming from him, okay, because you go into the law, okay, just strictly dealing with the law, there was no healing in the law. The healing came through faith, all right, in the spirit. Okay, the way that we've been healed in the spirit came through faith in Yahweh Shai, all right, and through the authority of Yahweh Shai. You see? And this Samaritan, he realized that, and he showed what? Great appreciation. Okay? The other men, they pretty much went on to do their own thing. As we keep reading, it says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said, where were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? There are not found that return to give glory to the Most High, save this stranger. And he said unto him, arise, go thy way, thy faith, okay, have made thee whole. You see? So you only got appreciation from 1 out of 10. And see, that's how we understand today that a lot of these jakes, they come and find out who they are, okay, which is a miracle. They find out the names of their power, okay. They start to understand, precepts and, breakdowns start coming out. And, there's like a leopard being cleansed, because what is the true cleansing? Okay, what does the true cleansing come from? This is Psalms 119 and 8. Well, at 9, it says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed thereto according to thy word. Okay? So the cleansing comes through the edification of the word, the understanding of the word, and living these things. Okay? That's what's making us pure. That's what's making our minds pure, is through faith. We begin, all right, to rehearse the righteous acts. And as we rehearse these things, hey, we're becoming purified. We're becoming cleansed. This is cleansing our spirit. Okay? So just as those lepers were cleansed, which Lord, he physically, did that miracle. All right? But in the spirit, all right, we're cleansed because we were sick. We've been cleansed. Okay? And to come back and show that appreciation, we want to be that leper that came back and showed the appreciation, reverence, gave glory to the Most High, all right, and fell at the feet of Yahweh, man. Okay? That showed appreciation. Now, I got another account in the book of John. Okay? It's the book of John, the 9th chapter. This is John 9 and 25. It says, he answered and said, this is how Shah, he had healed a man that had been blind from birth. So he was blinded from birth, and Yahweh Shah healed him. Okay? Now, I want to start here. I started at 19, John 19 and 9, like St. John 9 and 19. It says, and they asked him, saying, so they're asking, his parents, how was this man, able to see? How was he healed? Pharisees, they wasn't, in awe at the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. They were just concerned about, their status, just like today, these pastors and these preachers that try to, make Jake blind again. They don't care about the overall well-being of the nation. They just care about their status and their setup that they got. Okay? Because our people waking up is bad for business, all right, for these different religious institutions, man. Even amongst these false Israelite camps, man. Because as you truly wake up to Yahweh, you're going to follow one way. You're going to follow one true doctrine, man. And that's bad for a lot of these religious institutions, man. Okay, that's set up to keep the people blind. So as Yahweh, all right, he physically opened the eyes of the blind, Now spiritually, through his men, he's opening the eyes of the blind. Okay? Well, true. St. John 9 and 19, it says, and they asked them, saying, is this your own son, who ye say was born blind? How then doth he now see? His parents answered them and said, we know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. All right, and we was all born blind in this society. Okay, we was brought up. We were born into a society, that was full of darkness, man, by the doctrine. Okay, so we was all born, blind in the spirit. It says, but by what means he now seeth, we know not, or who have opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age. Okay, he is of age. Ask him. He shall speak for himself. Okay, so yeah, look, ask ask him. Okay, he old as hell. Ask him. He was there. All right. It said these words spake his parents because they feared the Jews, for the Jews had already, all right, had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Yahushua, all right, talking about, if they confess that Yahushua was the anointed, okay, he should be put out of the synagogue, and Yahushua spoke about being separated, for following him, that was happening back then, and it's happening now. It said, therefore said his parents, he is of age, ask him. Then again called they the man that was blind and said unto him, give the Most High the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said, whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see. Okay, so Jake is telling them, they tell it because they're calling Howard Shy a sinner. Okay, which he had the record of committing no sin. Okay, but Jake was concerned about what? Their status. Okay, they didn't care about the well-being. You see, of the nation. They didn't care about the nation being healed. Okay, they didn't care about the miracles. They wanted their top authority and their top rank. They wanted to be looked at, all right, as what? The go-to. Okay, they wanted to look at it as they wanted to be the access to the Most High. All right, the old priesthood, man. Okay, so they're trying to what? Demonize and discredit, Yahushua with slander, which that's why we got to suffer, because Yahushua went through it, man. Okay, it says, then said they to him again, what did he to thee? How opened he thine eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore would you hear it again? Will ye be his disciples? So Jake getting kind of spotted with him, because he told him, all right, and they still like they wanted to hear some other answer. Okay, so Jake is telling him, I done told you what happened. I told you what he did. I told you who did it. So you want to hear it again? What, y'all gonna follow him when I say it this time? Okay. It said, then they reviled him, all right, they cursed him, and said, thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that the Most High spake unto Moses, as far as this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man answered and said unto them, why herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he have opened mine eyes. Okay, so the man that was blind, like, look, I was blind. I was born blind. I can see. Like, nigga, what do you mean you don't know what this come from? Okay? Yahushua was being good to Israel. So what you mean you don't know where this come from? Jay, like, good grief, nigga. You see, I was blind. Okay, but Jake is not focused on the benefits of Yahushua. Jake is for their personal interest, man. Like those 10 lepers, they was healed and they went on about their business, man. They went into their own personal interest. They didn't really appreciate, the goodness of Yahushua. Okay, it says, since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of the one that was born blind? If this man were not of the Most High, he could do nothing. They answered and said unto him, thou wast altogether born in sin, and dost thou teach us? They cast him out. So Jake offended, man. They were cut. They said, they go tell nigga you were born blind, so now you gonna teach us. But he had faith. Okay, and the scriptures say, the little wisdom, and the fear of the Lord is better than him that have much wisdom. Like this Jake that was healed, he was in a better position, because he had fear and a reverence for Yahweh Shai, and he had enough knowledge to know that Yahweh Shai was of the Most High by what he was doing, So I go here, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be different perspectives when it comes to Yahweh Shai, but with the elect, all right, the perspective is going to be the same. This 1 Corinthians 2:9 says, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. Okay? No, Shalak. 1 Peter. Which that was good too. I meant to be in 1 Peter, the second chapter. All right, this is 1 Peter 2:6. It said, wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. And that's Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's why, go to a cornerstone, it's pretty much the first stone laid in the building of when you're building a structure. Okay, and everything is measured and based off that cornerstone, and that's as we as lively stones, as the scriptures say, we're all measured off Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded, and see, no one's confounding us in Yahweh Shai. That's why you seen Jake that believed, he was cutting them Pharisees and they was confounded, to the point where they just had to try to discredit him. Okay? And kick him out of the synagogue. It says, unto you therefore which believe, he is precious, but unto them, all right, which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner. Yeah, so unto us that believe, Yahweh Shai is precious, and we appreciate it. We truly appreciate Yahweh Shai. All right, and the Lord put the Spirit on His elect to do so. It says, and a stone of stumbling and the rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, were also they were appointed. So Jake was appointed, all right, not to appreciate Yahushua, not to look at Yahushua the way we look at Yahushua, man. You have Jake that was appointed to be like that, man. Men and women that know they was Israelites, but they wouldn't have an appreciation for Yahushua, and they was appointed for that. All right, but verse 9 said, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Okay, so we've been called out of darkness into this marvelous light, man. Like, we've been taken from being blinded, all right, to being able to see. Okay, and we've been purified by this word, and we show that appreciation through our actions, man, and through our high reverence of Yahweh Shai, you know. So Lord will you brothers, and you sisters will edify to the next time I say Shalom. Going Yashala, Habab, DTA, Shalom.